Hi guys. So we're back. We're kind of starting to roll into fall a little bit now. Alright, I apologize. Because by the time you're actually seeing this, we're already into November. So yeah, let's get back to the video. I am making zucchini casserole for dinner. So I figured I would bring you along and show you how to make it's a family recipe for zucchini casserole, and it's one of my favorites. My family always enjoys eating it, so I hope you like it. All right, so I went to the farmer's market today. Got all these tomatoes. Aren't they wonderful? They have one on Thursday mornings that are close enough for me to walk to. So look at, I got all these. Wow, I'm trying to do this one-handed. It's not working. But I got all these zucchini and summer squash in there as well that are going to go in our casserole. So I'll put those aside for now. We also, the tomatoes are just a snack on. They're not going in the casserole. But we have our zucchini, and I'll go grab the chicken out of the fridge because we also will need that to start. Alright, so here we got, for this recipe we are going to need, I've got two boneless, skinless chicken breasts, and then we'll also get to our zucchini. We're going to need 6 cups of chopped zucchini. Nothing too particular, just bite-sized chunks, however you'd like to eat it. Same thing with the chicken, just into bite-sized pieces. And then they're all gonna go in this pot here. Make sure it's a fairly large pot. Yes. So, let's get to it. Alright, so we have our squash chopped up and our chicken chopped up. I'm just gonna wait for the stovetop to dry. I just wiped it down, clean it off of all the chicken juices and stuff. So, like I said before, I used 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts and 6. Well, I used more than 6 cups of squash. Um, the kind of guideline is like, I would say like 6 cups is minimum for squash. But it's okay to go a little bit over. I usually do. And I used 1 zucchini and 1 summer squash. Good stuff. Um, Also, if you have shredded carrots, that also goes really well in the zucchini casserole. I happened to eat all of mine earlier. I got a bag of it and then I ate it all. So our zucchini casserole this time is going without. Um, so yeah, we're gonna put it on now to boil. The stove is dry. Let's see here. And so we'll put it on to boil. And once it comes to a boil, we will boil it for 10 minutes. Oh, also, um, just something I figured I would defend myself here. Many of you probably watched me cut up the zucchini on the same cutting board as the raw chicken. The only reason I would allow that is because I'm cooking it all together. So there's no cross-contamination because it's all going to be together anyways. Just thought I'd throw that out there. And here we have my lovely husband who is going to drain this for me.
Drain hot stuff.
Yes. Because I cannot. I mean, I could if I had to, but. So you're going to just drain it. Or strain it. Yeah, same thing. I did not mention earlier. I'm going to put stuffing on top. That's perfect. You can just put that back on the burner. Thank you. Alright, so I'm going to make the stuff. I'm going to start the stuffing real quick, and then I'll show you what we're going to do. You're going to need a large, well, that's not a large bowl. You're going to need a large bowl for what comes next. So, uno momento while I situate the countertop. Alright, hopefully I got this little mic thing, so hopefully you can still hear me even though the washing machine is going. So there's really no good way to show you because our counter space is so limited. But you're gonna need 2 cans of cream of chicken soup. There you go. 2 cans of cream of chicken soup, and also 8 ounces of sour cream. So what you're gonna do, you're also gonna need one of these, a rubber spatula, which we just got. So we had them before we moved, and then lost them in the move. They're in boxes somewhere. So I think that was in a previous video where I was trying to scrape. I think it was maybe the sourdough video, and I was trying to scrape the bowl, but it was the metal against metal, and it was pretty bad. I could be wrong. Maybe that's not a thing that happened. But anyway, we have one now, so that's good. And I'm going to use a spoon initially to get these out because I don't care about the scraping the can necessarily. Yeah, so besides the stuffing, this would be sugar free because there's no sugar in anything else. or like added sugars. I mean, it would be sugar free. And, oops, sorry, that's probably really loud on your end. But with no added sugars. So anybody who's trying to watch their sugar intake, this would actually still be fine for you. I'm sorry, you also probably can't see what I'm doing. So, but you're gonna want to mix up your sour cream and your cream of chicken. You're also going to probably want to add salt and pepper. I don't really have any rhyme or reason of how much I add, just what seems sensible. But you can adjust it to, like, that's the good thing about this meal, is you can kind of adjust it to your preferences, your needs, because I think you can even get the cream of chicken like low sodium, so if sodium is like an issue, so you can kind of just, the only thing it's not good for, if you're trying to go fat free, there is a lot of sour cream in here. So, although I guess that's not terrible. So, then you're just gonna want to add all of it. I think the original recipe, it definitely only called for 1 can of the cream of. I'm not even gonna bother scraping. Oh boy, I'm dropping things. I think it only calls for 1 can of the cream of chicken, and I think it only calls for a half a cup of sour cream. However, my personal, it also calls for onions, but I'm really not the biggest fan of onions myself. I think it's a texture thing. I don't know. They seem slimy to me or something. The original recipe calls for all these different things that I'm not adding. Because I've made it my own. I've found that works what I like in mine, and I don't add a lot of salt just because the soup itself is pretty salty. So I'll add a little bit of pepper. Whoop, that's a lot of bit of pepper. It's alright. It'll still taste great. And then you just kind of mix it up. So I just realized I forgot to turn on my stuffing pot. So that's smart. So we're going to be waiting another minute anyway for the stuffing, but that's alright because I still got to butter the pan. You're going to need a 9x13 baking pan, oven safe pan, and you're going to want it buttered. Well, you could technically grease it however you prefer. I like butter. I like butter a lot. Which is probably kind of an issue, but that's alright. Oops. And then you're just gonna dump in. There's a lot of water that came out of there, isn't it? In there. You're gonna want to dump out all of your meat and veggies into your pan or your bowl. My bad. Technically, it's the bowl. You're gonna want to mix it up so it's all coated well. So technically, the amount of water that came out of this is not ideal. It's not the end of the world, but it's not ideal. However, when I took the cover off of the pot, all the condensation from the cover dropped back into the pot. So, yeah, I'm also realizing I pause a lot when I'm trying to talk. It's because I can't do 2 things at once. Okay, it's bad. Like, my multitasking skills are not really that great. Yeah. All right. So, I'm going to go butter the pan, and I will be right back. But every time I get towards the end of making this, I'm like, I remember how I really should have heated it beforehand. But two, it really could use more zucchini. I could have put more squash in there. You do want to preheat it to 350 as well. So um, you put your mixture in the buttered pan. And you take your stuffing. And you kind of just sprinkle it on top as even as you can. Oh, my arm is so tired. Let's see if I can adjust the grip, if that helps at all. I don't know about you guys, but I love the smell of stuffing. Thanksgiving morning is the best. My mom usually cooks, and it's really good. Like, you just smell the stuffing. I mean, everything else smells good too, of course, but the stuffing is like delightful. It's exciting. It'll be the baby's first Thanksgiving. He was born like right after Thanksgiving. I actually went into labor right when we got home from Thanksgiving dinner at my parents' house, and I was like, well, I got to eat my Thanksgiving dinner at home, which was kind of, it was one of my biggest things. I was like, oh man, I really want my mom's Thanksgiving dinner. So it ended up working out, which was really nice. Thank you, Lord. And I still haven't, I mean, I guess if I haven't heard from any of you by now, I assume you're probably not interested in hearing the birth story for the baby. But if you missed that, and I don't remember what video it was that I said it, but if you happened to miss it and you are actually interested in hearing it, let me know. I might even just put it up anyways, just for my own, my own sake of having it. And so later, if he wants to watch it later, he can, and it's there. And I don't know. I thought that might be fun. I always like to hear people's birth stories. It's always exciting. I'm like, oh, that's how so and so came into the world. Anyway, I might just be weird, but all right. So this is all done. At this point, I'm just waiting on the oven to finish preheating, and then I will, yeah, I'm gonna pop this in the oven, and I'll come back when it's all done. You do want to bake it for like 30 minutes. 30 minutes is the sweet spot. So get all the top all crispy, and oh yes, very good. All right, I'll see you when it's done. Bye. All right, guys. Here it is. The zucchini casserole is out of the oven. So you can see it's all nice and crispy golden brown on top. You also can see it's all bubbly on the edges. That's what you want to see. It's cooked through at this point, so I'm pretty much guaranteed everything in there is warmed up and cooked through and all that jazz. So I'm gonna let it cool down for like 5 minutes or so, and then we'll dig in. Alright, now the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's dig into this. It's nice and crisp on top, which is how I like it. I like a little bit of crunch to it. let's see here. You can obviously tell which one is which. Isaac's is the giant bowl. I'm gonna just load him up because he really enjoys this stuff. So let's see here. And I'm sure he's hungry. He works hard all day. Alright, guys. Here's that. I suppose there's an easier way to do that. We've got a zucchini casserole. And, yeah. Alright, guys. Well, my camera skills aren't really that great. But I hope you enjoyed watching my zucchini casserole video. I hope you try it out for yourselves, because I think it tastes good. It's not my recipe, so I can't take credit for it, but I hope you enjoy it, and stay tuned for the next video. Bye!